AllBall TV.
They scared, but I'm not.
They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.
Yeah. 7 minutes late. Sugarman. I know.
Be cool, Sugarman. Be cool.
Bored. A little bored. When you spelled bored that way, you have to pause that, Sugarman. Ladies and gentlemen, bullets to leave you trembling. Oh, ball in the building. What's going down? I just say,
ball suckers.
Enough of these shenanigans. StreamYard stepped it up. Apparently, I got to move the sound effects from music to sounds. I usually put Flea first. I'm sorry.
Big Flea.
The biggest, man. I'm here.
So, Flea, where's your lighting at, man? What happened to your lighting?
My lighting is...
The light guy's not there?
My lighting seems perfect to me, unless it's different to you. Showing different tones, you know. They thought I was light skinned. Now I'm chocolate, baby. Just be cool. Just be cool.
He gave me the R&B voice.
Just be cool, man. Just be cool, man.
Be real. With that headset, my nigga like Bobby Brown, my prerogative.
Oh man,
That's right.
You know how we do it. You know how we do it.
R&B ting. That's right.
I can't even I'm gonna ask that before. I don't want to derail it. 2 seconds, old boy. What was we see? Like, I don't even. Chris Brown never had a run like Bobby Brown, in my opinion. Bobby Brown felt like a movement. Like after the New Edition, then it was like the solo album. That was like a big wave. Like I remember, like, oh shit, My Prerogative, Every Little Step were crazy, and I was a kid, too much of a baby.
I can't agree with you on that one.
Really?
Bobby Brown is legendary. Chris Brown is legendary too, bro. Now, to me, you know, that's another argument we can definitely have one day. It will never take 2 seconds. So I don't even want to go down that road, but I'm going to be honest. Chris Brown might be top 5 greatest R&B artists of all time, bro.
R&B.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not.
I say artists. Period.
Oh, okay. I mean, if we gonna
okay.
See, if we gonna artists, remember you putting them up there with Mike, Prince, Stevie Wonder, and for me, the difference with guys like Stevie Wonder who don't get enough credit, like we forget Stevie Wonder was a beast at 13, 14, 15 years old, right? But you know, guys like Stevie, guys like Prince, you know, they produced, they wrote, they did a lot. But that's definitely an argument to have, Flea. Top 5 greatest artists of all time. We can discuss that one day.
Wow. Where's he up there? Top 5 might be a stretch because he's still rolling. But
is Kanye West top 5 greatest artists of all time?
Top 5? I would say no.
Wow. Just brief. Why would Chris Brown be and Kanye West not?
Because one, Chris Brown can sing. Like aside from all the other stuff, the dancing, the performing, the entertaining, right? I don't go to Kanye to be entertained, right? I've always felt like the mastery at production was always great for him. The beats, the how he made sounds and things like that. That was always masterful for me. Him as a rapper, he's good. I never thought he was great. I thought he was good. Great is a stretch. I think he's a better all-around artist than a rapper. So I think Chris Brown, for me, is like a little head and shoulders over Kanye, to be honest.
That just went. That's like you said, it would take 3 hours.
Yes.
We disrespecting too many artists. You sound like AllBall with his Floyd is the GOAT ever. Like, hold on. There's literally a million boxers that box 115 rounds in their life per match. Kanye West has super duper classics, like beyond. I don't know if Chris Brown ever touched that shit. That's one. Number two, thanks AllBall for going left and sideways, and whoever the hell knows where else. I just want to know what the hell Bobby Brown felt like as a teenager or an adult when you listen to it. Because the way for me was like, I seen the girls go crazy over him too.
Well, I mean, to be honest, Bobby Brown, that shit was a whole nother level because you got to remember, he made R&B kind of hood, but it was still pop. So like that Bobby Brown era, that Don't Be Cruel, I'm being honest, that's one of the greatest albums of all time. I think that year alone he made 22 million. You know how much money that is back then for 1 year to make? Right. But that era was insane because he just had hit after hit after hit. If you go to a house party, you literally could play that whole album. Like literally. Bobby Brown was a beast, man. Very underrated. You know, I understand what happened afterwards, but that Bobby Brown right there, you could probably put him up against anybody. That Bobby Brown today would be what Usher, Chris Brown, and all those guys is, probably to a whole nother level because he didn't give a you know what. So I mean, it was crazy in that era. It was insane. Bobby Brown was definitely, listen, he was a super duper star, bro. He left New Edition, and then they started opening up for him. I'm going to say that again. Flea, before we go, he left New Edition, and then they started opening. Bro, get the show started. That's how crazy Bobby Brown was.
That's elite. That's elite stuff right there. That's elite stuff.
I've never even heard of that. I thought they were
going solo.
They wouldn't even do that, solo. But that was the illest solo.
Yeah, that was dope. That was
because he was wild. I'm gonna do it myself. Speaking of doing myself, I didn't get to ask you about how you felt when Bobby Brown came out. When you were, how old were you back then? 35.
Young. Got an old soul though.
Yeah, I know you got that. Don't be cruel album.
I got an old soul, man. I was listening to all that. Y'all forget who my daddy is. Big shout out to Big Flea.
Big shout.
The biggest.
Listen, first of all, the point is
he was outside. He had me outside too.
Point is, Breezy ain't touching that Don't Be Cruel album. Watch your mouth. Because in New York City, I know what was going down. I was little. Yeah, I was Dominicano. Don't talk about my shit again. I heard you Flea in the background one day too. I was listening to the edits. What you was doing back
there? The edits?
Yeah. Pulling out the platanos in the background. Yeah, you. Talking about you put the platanos on. You had those little Dominican jokes. I heard you. I was in New York when Bobby Brown dropped. Watch your mouth, Flea.
I love my Dominican brothers and sisters, especially the sisters.
There you go. Bonbons. No,
listen. Y'all can keep the fellas. I mean, we'll keep Fabian and maybe one or two others. Manny Ramirez and Felipe Lopez. But
Cat, we got Cat right now. We keep Cat.
Okay. After that, we'll take all the ladies. Listen,
it's dicey after that, but all the ladies, yeah.
Good job, please. Speaking of Cat, Carl Anthony Towns, he almost had. Speaking of the ladies, a lady coach on his way to be his coach. I said Knicks, y'all know what that means.
Knicks Rehab.
They did you dirty. Yo, StreamYard. Enough of y'all. I had enough of y'all. You keep cutting my man off. It's Knicks Rehab, baby Bubba. What we talking about? Hey, I think AllBall hit me yesterday about this. Saying, Dawn Staley was interested in the Knicks job. And the way she put it, fellas, I like the way she put it. She was talking to some other lady.
Fix your face. Fix your face, OG.
I had a slick comment. I'm leaving Flea for that. Dawn Staley was talking to some other ladies about the New York Knicks job, how it went, how she think it went. Candace Parker being one of them. Let's get to that. Shout out to Zip.
Seriously take an NBA job.
Would I seriously like I interviewed for the Knicks. I did. It was the same interview that everybody else that was in their candidate pool. Same thing. Went in. I mean, it was like hours, but in the interview, I thought I did pretty well. I was well prepared for the interview, right? If the Knicks would have offered me the job, I would have had to do it. Okay. Not just for me, it's for women, for just to break open that I would have to, and it's the New York Knicks. And I'm from Philly, but it's the freaking New York Knicks.
Oh.
And I did say that in the interview. Like, I actually said it. Y'all don't have to censor
I mean,
it
you
out.
can say it. We got creative control of it. We can bleep you out.
But I did. I was like, it's freaking New York Knicks. Like, yes. Would I take any NBA job? No.
See?
But I will say this. The NBA has to be ready for a female head coach. You can't just interview somebody and say we're gonna hire her. Because here's the thing, because I think I probably lost the job by asking this question, or I had a series of questions that I asked them. One was for who they were looking for why I was in the candidate pool, right? If I was so attractive, I said, has the New York Knicks organization in its history ever had what you're looking for? They wanted a team. They wanted the inclusiveness with management and the coaches, and everyone wanted to feel like a team, a closely knit franchise. And the answer was really no. But if you don't hire anybody different, how are you going to get that? That's one. And then my other question was, how, if you hired me as the first female coach in the WNBA, how would it impact your daily job? Because it would. It would. Because you're going to be asked questions that you don't have to be asked if you hire a male coach. There's going to be the media. There's going to be all this stuff that you're going to have to deal with that you didn't have to deal with and you don't have to deal with when you hire a male. And then that got them to thinking. That really got them to thinking about, maybe she's right. Like, and then I felt the energy change after that. So I shot myself in the foot by being Aaliyah, being inquisitive, asking all those darn questions.
Oh, well. So a couple things being said there, gentlemen. Oh, ball. Sugarman is telling you, get an Ethernet wire, plug it into your phone, and go get a webcam, fam. Thank you, Sugarman, for putting them on blast. We tell him that every day. He just got braids and said, whatever. Oh, boy.
Got a little hang time back there, too. Now he turned his head. I see something going on.
He keeps doing that, too.
Sugarman, who cares?
We do. We clearly do. Oh,
yeah,
boy.
well,
all of us.
Yeah, well, send the kid package then. I don't want to hear that shit. Send the webcam.
You part of production. Thank you.
Yeah.
You part of production.
Yeah,
you know what you're doing over there.
Send the webcam, send the wire, send all that shit I need, right? Big shout out Sugarman.
Y'all got new shows and stuff over there and all that coming for the fall. Kick a little something back to all.
Yeah, man.
TV, damn it.
Back, man. What's wrong with Sugarman?
Back to the matter at hand. Oh, boy. What is your response to? She said a couple things there, all ball. Because the one thing that got the headline was obviously the Knicks and what you're gonna respond to. But the other thing, I didn't peep that, and I know Flea's gonna get into that. Sugarman said, "DM me, yo." But what is your response to Dawn Staley saying, "Yo, the Knicks might have been a little turned off by my questions. One of them being, how would you accept me in this role here and a new regime?" But the other thing that caught a lot of people's eye was, are y'all ready to accept a woman being here and the questions that come with that, old ball?
First and foremost, Sugarman, I will DM you. We have to be honest. she never had a chance to get the job. Let's stop playing these games. Let's stop being fake and phony. Dawn Staley, you never had a chance to get the Knicks job. No matter what you didn't shoot yourself in the foot. What are you talking about? Then you had the nerve to say, I wouldn't take any NBA job. Huh? Who are you to turn down an NBA head coaching job? So if you had an opportunity to coach the Wizards or the Hornets, you know, you would say no. Listen, man, this is why I'm mad that they gave her an interview, because now you're on your high horse and you really thinking you had an opportunity to coach the fucking New York Knicks. Like, do you hear how cocky Paul she sounded? And I like Dawn Staley, one of my favorite players to watch in college. Look at as well at that time. Great basketball player, great basketball mind, doing great things down there in South Carolina. But let's be realistic. You wasn't getting his head coaching job. You could have had one of the greatest interviews of all time. You wasn't getting that job. So for me, I'm going to be honest. The NBA will be fine if a female never coaches in the NBA. Now, would they be on the coaching staff?
Oh.
Bro, I'm just being up with you. Bro, what you want?
We on fire, baby. I love it.
What do you want me to say?
Listen, it's an honest opinion. I'm surprised Kamikaze Flea hasn't flew in. He got the headphones on. He's way too cool.
I'm waiting. He's doing his thing.
Listen,
he's cooking.
I just have to be honest. I didn't like what she said because you straight up lied. You're trying to make it seem like you actually had a chance when you didn't. Like, let's be realistic. You don't have a chance to coach. I don't know, what female would have the credentials to coach the Knicks. We talk about the Knicks, a team that right now was looking to win a championship. That's what I'm saying. I'm not disrespecting no females. I love the ladies. Now, like I said, it's different if you're going into a new situation and things of that nature. Like I said, maybe the Phoenix Suns starting over, Charlotte, Washington. But the Knicks, well, right now we're looking to win a championship. So for me, the beautiful, the lovely, the extravagant, La Turia B, Tori B is in the building. Fellas, please speak to the beautiful ladies. Tori B, what up?
La Turia.
Yeah, so for me, I'm not going for that. She doesn't deserve to be a head coach in the NBA. I don't know what she did to think that she deserves a head coaching job. Now, on the coaching staff, on the assistant coaching side, like my brother Staley and Fabian say, it's steps, right? It's a process. Why should she be able to skip the line? Now, if you bring her onto the coaching staff and she be an assistant coach for however many years, and then maybe get a job from there, but to just jump, like I said, this is why she shouldn't have got an interview, because now in her mind, the cockiness, you've seen it. And listen, the Knicks did that just because. That was great PR work. She ain't have a chance, bro. Stop it. No disrespect, Dawn Staley. You ain't have a chance, no matter what you said. So to sit there and I think I shot myself in the foot because I sounded smart and inquisitive and Quiznos and what the fuck she said. Like, get out of here, man. I'm tired of the fake shit. Like, seriously. We might be the only people on social media that keep it 100% real. I'm tired of the phony shit, bro. We all have to start being honest. Dawn Staley had zero chance to become the Knicks head coach. I'm not arguing with nobody about it. Don't talk to me. Don't talk to me in the comments about it. I'm not going back and forth with nobody. Great PR work by the Knicks to kind of show some, we give it. But let's be realistic. But to me, what she just said on that panel, I would have respected if she just said, big props for the Knicks, at least giving me an interview. I respect that. I like that. But you know, but to really act like you was gonna get the job, get the fuck out of here with that.
Fleet, you got the do-rag on. I'm very surprised. I'm proud of your poise, but I don't like you not interjecting. That's number one. Number two, I'm very distracted by the oil and the grease in the corn. But this is a very, listen, you sharpening the game up, AllBall. Listen, sharp as attack out here in these internet streets. Flea, this guy is his braids wrapped too tight. What Dawn Staley said was, I got an interview, and I would have had to have taken it. I'm from Philly, and these are the Knicks. And that's what hating ass AllBall, how he reacted to it, Flea. What's your response to AllBall?
Where's she from again?
Philly.
She from Philly.
No. How do I feel about?
You consistent. You consistent, baby. You consistent. You consistent.
Flea, before you cook, all y'all real Knicks fans, y'all really was gonna allow a Philly head coach to come here? For a person from Philly? I'm different over here.
Flea, he keeps going. What is your reaction to Dawn Staley being enamored by the New York Knicks coaching job and her saying what she said, that she thinks she shot herself in the foot?
For me, I think the questions was valid, right? Let's start there. We're talking about the questions that she asked. The questions was valid. Are y'all ready? If y'all are going to give me an interview and I'm an actual candidate, are y'all ready for the type of attention that we're going to receive now because I'm becoming the first women head coach in the NBA? Not only would it have been the first woman head coach, she would have been a black woman, right? So that puts so much other stuff on top of if that was a possibility. Do I think she was going to get the job? No. I don't think there was a real shot of her getting the job. Do I like the fact that she got an interview? Yes. If there's a woman head coach coaching at a high level in the United States today that could get a head coaching job or should be considered, she should be in the pool. I don't like OG said what's she done? She's just won championships in South Carolina. That's what she's done on the biggest level, right? We're talking about Gino Auriemma that's still around, bringing in the top level players, and what she's winning on his watch now too. So, I mean, she's gonna go down as a Hall of Fame head coach. Isn't she already in the Hall of Fame as a player? That might be true, right? So, it's not like it's far-fetched for her to get a job in the NBA. We always talk about these bullshit jobs that these young coaches get. No, I don't want to fucking coach the Wizards. No, I don't want to coach the Bobcats or the Hornets or whatever the fuck they call right now. No, I don't want to coach them. You know why? Because I'm a dead man walking. I'm not going to be put in position to help elevate that franchise. It's going to be hey, Steven Silas, go coach the Rockets. They ain't shit right now. Go coach the Rockets. This nigga walked out of there crying. His last press conference, he was fucking in tears as a grown man on TV. They whooped that black man's ass because they gave him a bullshit team. So no, I don't want him. I want her taking some bullshit job just to be in the NBA, just to say I got the job and they win 12 games and they're going to talk about her like she dog shit. No, I don't want that. Did I want her as the head coach of the Knicks? No. But I don't think her being who she is, it's not far-fetched for her to ever get a head coaching job in the NBA. I'm sorry.
Hold on, Fabian, because me and Flea ain't arguing a long time. You broke down her credentials. Why wouldn't you want her as your head coach for the Knicks?
Because I don't think she's prepared necessarily to coach at the level that we're at right now, where the Knicks are right now. Championship contention, ready to take that next step. We got Tibbs the fuck out of here. So we don't go from Tibbs to Dawn Staley. No, we don't do that. So no, I don't want her as the head coach of the Knicks. But I'm not going to kick in her back like she can't outcoach some of this shit that's in the league right now.
She can't.
I beg to differ.
She coaching kids, bro. Nobody getting 300 million is listening to Dawn Staley. Sorry. That that's the part that everybody
was listening to Becky Hammond.
Who?
The Spurs. They was listening to Becky Hammond.
You smarter than that. You smarter than that.
She was the second person next to Pop on the bench. It wasn't like she was behind the bench or she was in the cut somewhere wiping niggas' heads and throwing towels and shit. She was right there next to Pop.
Flea, pop. I was about to say something so out of control. Go ahead, Fabian.
Becky Hammond did an interview with the Milwaukee coaching job, Milwaukee Bucks coaching job, and that's 2018 and 2021. She interviewed for the Portland Trailblazer job before she went to coach the Vegas Aces.
To a couple of championships.
Yeah. The first thing that stood out.
I'm just saying, they're going and winning. I don't know.
The first thing that stood out for me was the whole Knicks thing. Like she said, she's on like the way, are they sure that they're okay with her coming in there and a new team and they want to be together? Like she's hinting at the whole mob effect of the Knicks without saying it. That shit is a mafia over there, and they don't want people that are not family in there. That's what I got from that. And unless you what's the first thing we said when we hired Mike Brown? Yo, I feel like he's a pushover. I feel like I wouldn't even listen to him. I feel like, he's going to do all that she's saying, that she's not standing for. Her personality and Mike Brown's personality are too different to me off the rip that I can tell.
Who's been a more successful head coach in the last 10 years, Dawn Staley or Mike Brown, in their respective professions? Who's been more successful over the last decade? Go ahead, Fabian. My fault.
I don't know where you were going with that.
I'm just asking a question. In their respective professions, who's been the better head coach?
I mean, she clearly has been. Like, that's not.
Well,
but that has, again, Mike Budenholzer has more success than Mike Brown. That doesn't make him better, in my opinion. What I appreciate about Dawn Staley is the fact that
something to think about. That's all. I ain't saying yay or nay. Just something to think about.
It ain't nothing, but it ain't nothing for me to think about because I don't care for I've never cared for Mike Brown before the interview, and even then, like I'm still being comfortable with him as my coach. And the other thing is with her asking those questions that she said, and her, regretting it possibly by not playing ball like Mike Brown and saying playing politics and just trying to maybe ease her way and making it easier for her to be a Knicks coach. I'm fine with that. Like that's her personality. I love that she did that. I love the fact that, like you said, Flea, at some point they're gonna make a woman a head coach in the NBA, and they would have to have her temperament. They would have to have Becky Hammond's temperament. You can't be around men and be like that. No, I got a question. I got a couple questions. I got a couple tough questions to ask y'all. And you the big kahuna. You got all the billions of dollars, but I want to ask y'all something. You need that kind of attitude from anybody to be running anything around a bunch of dudes. Men are a bunch of grown boys sometimes, and we go crazy with a bunch of big egos. For you to be able to have that toughness already, and then double down and say, I think this is why I lost the job, and just be okay with it being vulnerable like that, I love it. Now, I don't see how people like that couldn't run the NBA. I understand before, back in the day, why it was harder, because it was just, that's how it was. I don't forget about the way the world was and everything like that. It just wasn't like that. It just wasn't like that for whatever reason. And now you can't tell me the AllBall that JJ Redick was on YouTube and ESPN, did not coach anything near professional teams, and he's running the biggest organization in basketball, and she can't get a look. She's not a realistic look. If you point to her, I disagree with that. If you point to her coaching, her coaching style, and maybe I don't know what she does offensively as a head coach, because it doesn't seem like there's much that's complicated. Doesn't seem so modern. She's a tough-nosed coach from what I see, from what I understand. But I don't see outside of that, where just her being a woman, us being dudes, that we're not going to be comfortable with that. Because to be honest, those are the kind of people that do mix in well. She's going to take the jokes. She's going to shoot back. She's not going to back down. You need that around you. And it looks like she knows basketball. She's been around basketball her whole life on the upper level. You can't get no bigger than what she was in when she was playing in the league, in the Olympics. I remember her in the Olympics and everything with all the legends. That's the part I totally disagree on. Like, she doesn't have a shot. The Knicks they were very desperate looking for coaching candidates. So maybe I'll give you that, where they had to go interview you because they were desperate. They didn't have nobody to go interview. There were other guys they were looking at. But as far as a serious consideration, come on, man. They wanted the dope story too. They ain't just looking for a lackadaisical coach. The Knicks want the headlines too, and they wanted it, but I don't think they liked her shooting the way that she did.
Listen, if she had this success in men's college basketball, then maybe. But it's for me, having success in college women's basketball and thinking it's going to translate to the NBA, I totally disagree with both of y'all. She never had a chance. I don't see this happening no time soon. Like I said, on the coaching staff, okay. But for me, you know, have we ever seen a woman coach men's basketball college?
I don't see it.
It's a reason. It's a reason for that. Like I said, great player. I'm not saying she doesn't have a great basketball mind. I'm not saying any of that. But it's just no way in the world you're going to tell me she's qualified to coach an NBA basketball team, especially the New York Knicks. I'm not. Nobody's bamboozling me with none of that. I'm sorry.
But hold on, but
Yeah,
that's the part I'm not understanding, Fleet. Like, what's the disappointment aside from if I don't know how she coaches? I don't know her I don't know her coaching style. Everything outside of that, Fleet, to me, look what Fish is saying. You got women assistant coaches in positions in the NFL. Like, to me, that's way more of a macho league than the NBA. NBA is way more diva like, Fleet.
But what you talking about? To you brought an aspect in here, and for me, it don't. That's a whole nother conversation. The macho and being around men and all that. There's kids in the NBA right now. These niggas ain't men. There's a bunch of babies running around in the NBA that need a lot of teaching and a lot of learning. And what I'm saying is, when you coach from the women's perspective, a lot of that is teaching. They be teaching a lot of skilled work. There's not a lot of that trying to teach you to be tough and all that type of shit. So the brain that she has for coaching is keen on skill work, teaching, knowing the game. And a lot of these kids today that come in the NBA don't know the fucking game. Super talented, jump out the gym, play their ass off, but don't know the game of basketball. And from her perspective, she's doing a lot of teaching. So adding that in today's NBA, in my opinion, would be great. I don't want to hear that because she's a woman, she can't coach on the NBA level. I don't agree with that. There's not everything about who she is as a coach, because we're underestimating what coaching is right now. Like, coaching ain't just about, oh, I'm just around a bunch of niggas. No, if you know the game of basketball, I don't know what underqualifies you for being able to do that job. She's won at the highest level in her profession. That's what she's done. It don't matter what else you want her to do to be qualified. That's the question.
She won at the highest level with women's basketball. Men's basketball is stronger, is faster. Everything is.
That don't matter. That is exactly my point. That shit don't matter.
No. For you, hold on. You can't tell me what matters for me. For you, that don't matter.
No, but I'm not telling you what matters for you and not me. I'm talking about the facts of the game of basketball. Me and you and Fabian could go out there. I'm just talking about the game, not whether it's fast. You're right about that. That you ain't wrong about that. But how can't she not coach that?
How can she? That's like, all I'm saying is this. This is no disrespect to Dawn Staley. I'm just saying she had no chance to coach the New York Knicks. Everybody in the comment section got y'all panties in a bunch. Fish with that bullshit. Yeah, it's assistant head coaches in the NFL. What's their names? What they doing? Where they at? Stop it, man. They doing shit like that just because. They ain't gonna never be a head coach. Are you telling me there will be a female head coach in the NFL one day?
It's heading there. It's heading there. Bro, like, the fact that coach even accepted a female assistant coach, to me, is different. The culture of football is different in general. So when you have ladies coming up from Pee Wee League, high school, that means that they're all involved throughout these different levels. They've been talking about the coaches, the moms that go crazy on the sideline, the soccer moms. There's too many people involved. Women are way too vocal now in sports, raising their kids involved. Yo, you know how many mothers don't allow their kids to play football and soccer anymore because of the concussions? The voices are way too strong now. So or them being in the locker room gives you an advantage to go talk to the moms. There's too many angles you could work this from. So to say, I still haven't heard what Flea's point was. I still haven't heard the answer to that. Yo, what does she have to prove at this point? Because all she could do is coach what she's been coaching. She was never at any other position. She wasn't coaching the Houston Comets or anything like that in the WNBA. She's coaching her South Carolina team, and she won chips. And they went to another finals appearance last year, right? So I don't see how you can knock or think that she didn't have a chance in terms of skill. That's what I'm at. Like, it has to be other stuff aside from her coaching skill. Because if that's the case, Steve Nash and these dudes, all these guys, we seen some bum ass coaches in the NBA.
Straight garbage come in here and can't do shit with coaching.
Not
just coaching.
Just be a voice that we look at you on the sidelines and us will be like, what we just said about Mike Brown. Bro, I don't even respect you. I don't get that from Dawn Staley. You ain't talking to her like that. She's throwing her weight around. I could sense it. Some people got it, some people don't. I don't sense no buffoonery from her, no clown behavior from her at all whatsoever. As if she came from the Popovich tree that, AllBall loves so much.
Throwing your weight around in college women's basketball is totally different than throwing your weight around in the NBA. Listen, I just said it a little while ago. I'm not arguing with nobody. This is how I feel. Like I said, would any of y'all want her to be y'all head coach?
I don't know.
I would go ahead, Fabian.
Flea kept it real. No. Flea kept it real. Fabian, would you, if she got the head coaching job, would you have liked that?
I would respect her more than Mike Brown off the rip. But I don't, again, but bro, you asking a question. None of us know her coaching style. We don't. Nobody can answer that question.
I'm not asking you none of that. Listen, hold on.
You can't. Hold on. I'm the same one that said, I'm going for JJ Redick being the LA Lakers coach. Why? Because he was just on YouTube breaking all this shit down. All that shit you've been talking. Go coach the Lakers. This is the biggest test in the world. How could I go for him but not go for her?
He proved that he could coach.
Exactly. And yes, I would be stunned by it. I'm not saying I wouldn't be shocked. It'll be shocking because of every other reason why. It's never been done before. But as far as, hold on, she did win. All right, let me see what else. What's her coaching style like? What do her players say? What do they do as schemes? I'll be more disappointed in that. But as far as she can't coach dudes and can't, that part to me is the part I totally disagree about. Because we see them in, like, women way more integrated with dudes and on all professional levels now. So when you're saying, would I want that? I don't want no bum ass coaches. So if she's a bum ass coach, I don't want her to be my coach. It has nothing to do with her being a black chick or being a woman in general. All that shit to me meant, what's that got to do with basketball? Does she know it or not? What the hell is she teaching these players? Like, for you to say that these are guys are flying out the gym and more athletic, bro, that shit ain't got. We've seen all these guys jumping out the gym and they are bummage, straight trash. She can teach you the fundamentals of the game if that's what she does. A teacher's a teacher, in my opinion. And I don't care if it's boxing, tennis, whatever it is. You can have coaches switch sides on each corner and teach you the game.
I didn't want her as my head coach, but I'm not closing the door on her actually being in consideration for a head coaching job. We know what's going to happen, and she's going to get a head coaching job or get on somebody's staff that it ain't really going to be a good team, and she's going to have to work her way up that way. Nobody would have accepted this. We would have got Dawn Staley and Knicks fans across the world. All three of us would have been killing that hire, if we being honest. Nobody really wanted her, but to say she can't, nah. I ain't rolling.
Real quick, AllBall. East Blue Drew, great question. Dawn Staley or Derek Fisher? Who was you? Derek Fisher's a bum.
We won 17 games. We won 17 games with Derek Fisher. How many games do you think we won with Dawn Staley?
What was the roster with Derek Fisher? Just asking.
Carmelo. That's it.
Who knows?
Yo, hold on.
Who knows?
Hold on, wait. That can't be a serious question.
You ask me, listen, we have to be honest. If Dawn Staley coached the Knicks right now, of course she would win more than 17 games. Look at the roster. Like she wouldn't be like, listen, Fabian, you talk about, the the mind is this and that. When have you ever seen a lead coach in boxing as a female in male boxing?
So wait a minute, hold on. So Dawn Staley would have to go coach the Pelicans to the playoffs for her to prove to you that she's a good coach?
No.
As opposed to just getting this job with a good roster and coaching them to a championship. If she coached the Knicks to a championship right now, that wouldn't validate her as a good coach to you?
If anybody coaches to the championship, that validates them as a good coach. What are you talking about?
But that's what I'm saying. You're making it seem like if she gets this roster, it would be because she has a good roster and not because she's a good coach.
100%. Yes, I don't think. Once again, I'm not saying that she has to coach a bad team to the playoffs or to the finals. I'm saying if she gets the head coaching job for the Knicks, y'all telling me she's the difference of us getting to the finals with her basketball mind and her coaching skill? With a loaded roster like this?
Again, I don't know. You don't know is my point, really. That's the part to me that's killing me. None of us know how good of a coach she really is. That's the part that I'm like, I can't judge her on some shit that I don't know. But if we're going on some other shit, would the guys accept her in the league as the head coach, as the lead voice? That's what we're talking about right now. That's what it sounds like we're talking about. Because it can't be about whether or not she could break the X's and O's down and teach and yell at the players and communicate with them. It can't be about that. It can't, like, I don't know what her play style is. Even if I look it up, it's like, it doesn't sound like it's the kid that's in BYU right now. It don't sound like the dude that's at UConn that the Lakers wanted. They were running things for the NBA. Like to your point, they're running NBA schemes for these high level teams. But I didn't see anything like that. All
she's producing is pros. All she's been producing is pros. She produced the goddamn best player in the league right now.
Right. But
that's what she's been producing.
Yeah, I don't
know. Like
no. But I just think what did it sounds like Aja Wilson then was just doing post-up shit in college basketball. You understand what I'm saying? Like what is her system? Like that's the part of me that I'm stuck on, because once you go the other way, all we could go back and forth about is, yo, do you think that she can really lead a group of dudes? And I don't think I have a problem with that, her telling me what to do at all on a basketball court. She looks like she can hold on. That's how I felt about it.
Yeah, from a coaching perspective, I don't see why this is like some far-fetched shit for OG. This shit is crazy.
It's the Braves, bro.
For me, it's just far-fetched that my new thing. I'm not going. I'm tired of the lies. Everybody in the comments, y'all, it's a joke. Like, we have to be honest. She ain't had no chance getting this job. Let's stop acting like she had a chance. She up there and lied. Talking about I shot myself in the foot. No, you didn't. You wasn't getting the job. So that's my point. Let's stop lying. You ain't have a chance to be no fucking Knicks head coach.
Hold on. So, but that's the part right there. It's not like, who is she up against?
I don't care. She ain't have a chance.
Nah, you can't say that, because if she's up against she's
not
up against big dogs.
Like, this wasn't something. We were fishing. We were speed dating. We were knocking on doors asking for help. FEMA. Like, what the fuck were we talking about? We wasn't like.
Y'all think we was? This might have been a plan all along. You don't know that.
Mike Brown? Like, I'll go back to 3 months ago at the end of the season. Mike fucking Brown was the plan. Nah. No way. No way. No way. Dawn Staley wasn't, but Mike Brown sure as hell wasn't.
Okay.
Yo, he said, yo, Flea, hold on. Hey, great editor. We're gonna rewind this. The plan on the loan for the Knicks was Mike Brown. Dear Lord, have mercy. Oh, boy's out of his mind.
All right, so just quick question. Out of the people, out of all the head coaches that was available, who was the best available? Out of the coaches that was available. You make that face so you want. I'm just asking an honest question.
I'm giving you the face because I can't even think. Like, Mike Brown was the best.
I'm asking you.
I know. That's what I'm saying. That's That's who the best was. That's who the best was, bro. Nobody was available. So when we say she was lying and she actually thought she had a chance, like, why wouldn't you? You wouldn't walk in there and think you had a chance if your competition is Mike Brown? You walking in there with some swagger, bro. You walking in there after you come out trying to rewind. Why I didn't get that job?
So,
oh, shit. I think I shot myself in the foot.
So
Over this bum ass dude. Hold on. She's saying the same shit we are, AllBall. That's what she's saying. She's saying it. She's fucking saying it, bro. Now it's killing me even more about this fucking interview. Damn.
Once again, I don't care how many people y'all say was in front of Mike Brown. I'm asking a simple question. Everybody, not saying y'all, but everybody want to go around the question. Who was the best candidate? Yeah, we wanted Kid. Yeah, we would have wanted Udoka. Yeah, we would have wanted Steve Kerr. They wasn't available. The guys that were available, Mike Brown was the best candidate, whether we want to like it or not. Dawn Staley is not a better basketball coach than Mike Brown. I don't care what she did in South Carolina. Mike Brown did it at the highest level in the fucking NBA. Whether we like him is at what, it doesn't matter. She is not a better head coach than fucking Mike Brown.
I don't see what Mike Brown has done to say he's better than Dawn Staley. Has he won a championship as a head coach in his profession? No.
No.
I don't give a fuck if he's been there or associate head coach, this, that. He ain't led his team to a championship at his profession. She has a couple times. So we know she could coach. Not a little bit. You go out there, and I was about to say some wild shit, but you go out there and coach them young ladies. You go out there and coach them young ladies and see what it takes. I got a couple guys that I know still in the basketball world I'm very close with. Coaching women it's not an easy task. It's just not easy. Go ahead.
Coaching period is not easy. But we ain't going to hold on.
Exactly. My point exactly. So we're going to diminish her being a head coach because she hasn't coached on the NBA level yet? We give these college head coaches a chance. Fabian talks about John Beilein like he's one of the best coaches of all time. He came to the NBA and got his ass spanked. He couldn't. He said, "Oh shit, I gotta get the fuck out of here. Get me out of here. Get me out of here."
We are comparing an NBA who's head coach, who's been a head coach for I don't know how many years, been to a finals, coached some of the greatest NBA players that ever played a game, and we're comparing his coaching to Dawn Staley.
Yes.
Whenever y'all ready to move on, I'm ready to move on.
Yes, we are.
I'm definitely ready to move on because I've seen this guy big up Mike Brown and Derek Fisher in the same 5 minutes. It is gonna be a long fall. I'm just letting you know right now. There's a groundhog day for the fall or ball.
What South Carolina do this year that just passed?
He just lost in the championship.
No, I mean Felicia said no. I mean Mike Brown went to the championship, didn't win. So I mean, I'm just asking. That's all.
That was like 2 decades ago.
You had braids at that time.
That's when you had braids the first time.
I know. You see, she ain't get the job over Mike Brown, right?
This is true. The Knicks don't want that attention, that smoke. They coming off the Eastern Conference Finals. They're not that brave to
make it about something else. Yeah, go ahead. Throw excuse in there.
They're not. That's an excuse. That's a fact. They're not that brave.
If she deserved the job, if she got the basketball mind, y'all say all these accolades. If she deserved the job, and she's a better brain and head coach than Mike Brown, she would have got the job.
Abraham Lincoln High School and Coney Island produced some of the best talent out of Brooklyn. Fuck Coney Island, out of Brooklyn. Tiny Morton was the head coach there, right? Lance came out of there. Whitehead came out of there. Stephon Marbury came out of there. I might be missing some people, but our guy, basketball heads, Pooh, Glenn Harden came out of there, right? That's a storied school, right? They ain't gonna just let anybody coach at Abraham Lincoln High School. Go look up who the fucking head coach is right now. Go look at who the head coach at Abraham Lincoln High School right now. Sebastian Telfair, excuse me, Bassy. Free Bassy? I don't know. Yeah, matter of fact, I got something to say about his dumb ass. But anyway, not Free Bassy. Sit your ass down for a little bit. But yeah, go look at who the head coach is at Coney Island right now, at Abraham Lincoln right now. Google that real quick, Fabian. We here. Google it real quick. The head coach at Abraham Lincoln High School right now. That's been handed the keys to continue pumping out high talent out of a powerhouse high school. Go look. Fuck out of here, OG. Stop you.
What's her name?
What's her name?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Maybe next year she'll interview for the Knicks head coaching job, right?
Maybe. We don't know.
Victoria Matos. Ooh. Oh, okay. Is what she looks like? Is she Dominican?
She might be.
Why would you do that, Flea? Wow.
Jamel Thomas, yes. Shout out to 530.
Look at her. Huh? Victoria Matos.
Just saying. We can move on.
Shout out to Pooh. Look at him right here. Come on, man.
Yep. We can move on.
It's my cousin. My cousin's out there. Matos got to be Dominican. He ain't playing the games. Get out of here, old boy. With your misogyny. That was crazy. Hey, speaking of hiring, Gilbert, you son of a gun. We're going to make All Balls Night even worse with some more hires or no hires. Gilbert Arenas has thrown officially the life raft to Skip Bayless after All Ball has pleaded tirelessly with the black community. Don't give this man any more lifesavers, please. Let him drown. But Gilbert didn't listen, All Ball. Gilbert Arenas and Skip Bayless are teaming up on a new show per Andrew Marchand of The Athletic. The show will be produced and owned by Underdog, who hosts Arenas' current basketball program, Gil's Arena. The Arena Gridiron will feature Skip Bayless, former NFL cornerback Aqib Talib, and former NFL coach Jay Gruden. Arenas will also appear on the football program, while Gerald McCoy and Cody Kessler will be guests. Social media influencer Kinsey Wolanski will serve as the host on the show, which begins next Tuesday and will air 3 times per week. Yeah. Big Gil, Big Skip. Huh? What you got to say about that, old boy? Skip is back in effect. What you want to do with that? Huh? The GOAT. For all you chumps. What's up, old boy?
Once again, Skip riding the brother man's coattail. Listen, Skip is like Vlad, bro. Skip and Vlad is the same people. Vlad TV and Skip Bayless is the same people. And why people keep throwing them a life rafter, I don't understand why. It's over for Skip. This shit is going to be so corny and so whack. I'm not even watching it. I'm not giving it a chance. I'm not. Listen, Gilbert Arenas just proves all of us right. That it doesn't matter if you play the game at a high level. You don't know jack shit about basketball. You don't care about the sport. These guys are not trying to teach us nothing. They're not intellectual. You know, I love the platform, some of them, because it's entertaining. Like what Gilbert and them is entertaining. But at least maybe once, twice a week, be informal. Like, that's what kills me. Y'all all laugh at guys like us that say we don't know the game. But y'all sound just as bad as us or even worse. I'm
Mind
saying
the
if
game.
you play.
You could go watch Mind the Game. You learn some things on Mind the Game. But go ahead, OG. Go ahead.
Yeah, I guess you learn. I guess you learn how to hold your wine glass and drink wine, right?
Part of that.
Three grown men drinking wine together. I mean, you know. But
I'm saying.
I ain't learned shit on there neither. I'm being honest.
Okay.
These athletes need to put the mics down, bro. I'm sorry. I said it a while ago, and I'ma stand on what I say. You niggas is the connects, and y'all on the block handing out work. Y'all are the connects going out doing hand to hand. Bro, get out the way. Get out the way. This might be the worst pairing in sports history. I don't understand it. One guy glazes LeBron, just like Shannon Sharpe. Another guy hates LeBron and Skip Bayless. So are we going to have a low budget, undisputed? Like, come on, man. I see this shit coming from a mile away. For Gilbert Arenas, this shit is all about money. It's not about nothing else. Nothing else. Like I said, for me, Fabian Fleet, where's one of these athletes that has the big platform? Because I've watched guys like BJ Armstrong, who I love when he talks the game. Now, he's not going to have, the big social media presence. But I'm saying you guys that have the big platforms, why do you not just one day out the week talk the game, break down the game, explain the game, teach us that didn't play the game? This shit is corny. This shit is corny. I'm being honest. Let's skip Burn, bro. Get him out of here. Him, Nick Wright, get them niggas out of here. I don't get it. It's a money grab. This shit is going to be super trash, and I'm going to be honest. I don't think it's going to last more than a year. Ain't nobody tuning into this. Sorry. Terrible. I don't even have much to say. Fuck them both, if you want me to be honest.
I seen the first couple minutes with Talib on there, Flea. I don't know if you got to catch any of it. What's your reaction to? I know this is your favorite subject, Skip Bayless and the business of sports slandering debates, slandering all the players. I mean, what's your reaction to Gil, throwing a life raft to
Hold on, can I just say one thing? I just seen a comment, right? And I don't like this. When people say Skip gave Stephen A his shine, right? Do we not think now, put your disliking to the side for Stephen A, everybody. Do you not think he never was going to be who he was without Skip Bayless?
Yes. Without Skip Bayless, I do not think he was going to be what he is today.
Correct.
I do not.
Correct.
Absolutely not.
I'm not saying what he is today. I'm saying you don't think he would have been successful at no level? Success
for sure. Where he's at today, no.
He's not where he's at because of Skip Bayless. I'm not going for that.
Listen,
he owes Skip Bayless a ton, and he anytime he is asked that, he makes sure he don't even have. I don't give a fuck what type. He don't run from that.
Is Shannon Sharpe what he is today because of Skip Bayless?
Yes.
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 I don't
there's they are catalysts to where they're at right now. If they don't you can't skip steps. If they don't get to that step, they don't get to where they are today. It's not about they didn't put in the work, but everything, even us, whether we like it or not, at some point, we're gonna have to. When we get to where we want to get to, somebody else is gonna have to be one of all three of us gonna have to say, "Yo, thank you" to whoever that may be. We putting in the work, but whatever that catalyst is to the next step, paying homage ain't nothing wrong with that. And them two niggas owe him a lot of credit. Absolutely.
I'm not saying you don't pay homage, right? Jay-Z still paid Dame Dash homage when they asked him. Yeah, Dame Dash played a vital part in my career. But like he said, go back and make another Hove. I see what Shannon and Stephen A does on their own. I seen what Skip tries to do on his own. He's a bum.
You can't say that.
The talent was put on display because of Skip Bayless. First Take, and the fact that we know who Stephen A. Smith is, his persona and personality is put on display when Skip Bayless says, "Come along." We know who Unc is and all that funny shit and learning Shannon Sharpe because the nigga said, "Yo, I want to fuck with this nigga." We don't see their talents get put on display without those steps. It don't happen. And if they skip those steps, we don't know where they at. They'll be successful, but
them niggas, I look at it like this. I'll let Fabian, I apologize for taking all y'all. Them niggas carry Skip. Niggas carry Skip, bro.
You can look at it like that all you want to. You can say that, right? And then you could also look at it. Gilbert Arenas is hoping that Skip carries him for a third time. Because if you're making it a black and white thing, then that's going to go where it goes. For me, Skip Bayless was getting ESPN2 popping. He got that show popping on ESPN2. He pulled in Stephen A. Smith. Stephen A. Smith was banned from ESPN television They said we don't want, and I don't even know why. I still don't fully understand why. But he said they said you can only do radio.
Leaning into the arrogant bullshit that he's in today. It was that time was different. They couldn't lean into who he naturally was, and now they see that that's the moneymaker. They gave it an opportunity, and now it's through the roof. But at that time, that type of TV wasn't like it wasn't. Stephen A. Smith was on the best damn sports show. He was that type of nigga, right? The ESPN wasn't with that shit yet. And now, like, okay, First Take pops off. I mean, cold pizza first, and then it evolves in the First Take, and they're like, okay, this is a moneymaker. People want to watch debate. We're gonna lean into it. But Fox had that shit first.
But you just can't deny the fact that Flea hated it when I said it at first, but it's all wrestling. And you need a villain. None of them are a villain like Skip Bayless. No, look how much you hate him. That is intentional. He's on TV for you to hate him. He pulls it. He's all the algorithms for ESPN, the First Take thing, it started with him, and they were on Twitter, and they started actually admitting it. We used to go on Twitter during a break to see if we were popping or not, see who was commenting, who was replying. And Skip, I just seen an interview with him, and I forgot the girl's name, on ESPN, and he said, yo, I couldn't even believe everybody was on Twitter while we're on a break, and they're actually responding to people in real time. I'm like, I don't care what they're talking about. Skip Bayless follows nobody on Twitter, and he was telling how everybody else was focused on it because they were getting so much heat from the show. Like, yo, look at your man, Skip, this, that, and the third. Skip is on fire, bro. Like it or not, Shannon Sharpe, once again, he's the one who saved him. And it looks like he may need to save him again just to go on another level. Shannon is doing his thing, but you acting like Shannon Sharpe went on YouTube and did a show by himself. No, he did not. He was on there with a whole bunch of celebrity guests too. That saved him as well. Put him on another level. Shannon Sharpe was not just he didn't create this whole motion on his own. He needed that show with Skip Bayless. He needed somebody to go against and be his foil, be the bad guy. Shannon's not a bad guy.
Fox gave that show to Shannon. That was their show. He was the host of it, but that was their show. They gave it to him like, here you go, because they helped him develop it. That's all I'm saying. We wouldn't have known that these guys was as talented as they are and was going to go like this if they didn't have them opportunities.
So why I watched Skip try it with other people. Why didn't it work then?
There's no chemistry. Like
with other people like who though?
Richard Sherman, garbage.
Oh, bunch of motherfuckers. Was it Keyshawn Johnson?
Oh, at the end. Oh, okay.
Right.
Yeah, but listen to
but them guys wasn't talented.
Yeah, they're trash.
I'm not saying that Stephen A. and Shannon not talented. Yeah, absolutely. That's why they're able to carry this. But I'm just saying that you can't skip steps in their story and act like that wasn't a big part of it.
No, I agree. And once again, I'm not saying Skip didn't play a part, but I'm just saying Shannon and Stephen A. Smith, whether Skip was in their life or not, were going to be successful at what they do. Now, would it have been maybe to this magnitude? I don't know. But I'm not going to give Skip Bayless all the credit. Like I said, he's seen that talent in them and knew. To me, that's his genius to go, okay, that guy right there, I know if I get him on my side, we're going to rock and roll for however many years. But once again, I seen him try it with other people. Right now, Skip Bayless is Dame Dash, bro. I'm sorry. You on your own, you can't do it.
Yeah, somewhat. That's a good comparison, but at least he has another guy, Gilbert Arenas, that's there available to work with him, and they look like they're about to work together. And to your point, though, Skip Bayless is saying there was something I felt that I worked with Stephen A. Smith, and it worked, and I knew it was gonna work. He said the same thing about Shannon Sharpe when he filled in for Stephen A. Smith on First Take, and he was like, "Yo, this could work." He went to Fox and he suggested Shannon Sharpe. He pulled them in there. So again, remember Shannon Sharpe, the way he left CBS, that was with a case. He had another HR case. Another SA case. So he's going to. So now he's going to Fox, and Skip is like, "Yo, I don't care about any of that. We need him on here because that's the guy I have this with." Not Richard Sherman, not Paul Pierce, who maybe on their own they could do something. Because look, Max Kellerman didn't work out on First Take with Stephen A. Smith. I don't think Max Kellerman fits that thing because we all love Max Kellerman. We don't think he's those guys. We think he could go on his own and do his own show, but he might not. He might not work next to Skip Bayless. There's
nobody could tell me what the fuck Shannon Sharpe was doing before Undisputed.
No, what he doing the football thing with Dion, LT. That shit was popping. But again, where did that go?
But my point, my point. Like, what the fuck? So he was about to jump through the roof and have the ability to rub up against stars and things like that. When they was on Fox, they was bringing in certain kind of people. So he's rubbing up against and cultivating relationships that he might not have got a chance to had he not been next to Skip Bayless. That's all I'm saying. Like, them niggas, they got led to the water and they drank, and now they, they the ones pouring the water. But
yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying, but like I said, other guys had that opportunity to sit alongside Skip, and it didn't pop off like it popped off for Stephen A. Smith and Shannon Sharpe. And I disagree with you, Fabian. First Take was great with Max Kellerman. Stephen A. Smith was hating because a lot of people was rocking with Max Kellerman, and Stephen A. Smith started to see that. People, you know what happened with what's my man, the wide receiver. To me, that's what T.O. said. A lot of people was rocking with Max Kellerman, and we all know how Stephen A. Smith is. He got to be the head honcho. I'm not saying that Max Kellerman is better at what Stephen A. Smith does, but to me, that show complimented great. I loved it. But once again, Stephen A. Smith made that decision, and it was just a straight up hating decision.
Yeah, that could be true. But what I'm saying is that to me, Max still didn't fit that show because that's not his forte. Like, what I'm used to Max seeing is breaking shit down for a long time and not getting interrupted with the tomfoolery that Skip Bayless and Stephen A. Smith ultimately are. They're not really breaking shit down. So that's not Max Kellerman. Max Kellerman is breaking boxing down with the best of them. He knows the history, and even with basketball, he'll take it just as seriously. When he said the Andre Iguodala comment, everybody's flipping out about it, but you think about it, I don't know if Steph Curry's going to get the rock at the end of the game. That's not promised. That's all his point was, and then they try to make him look like a clown. No, Stephen A. Smith. So who would you give the ball to? Obviously, you're going to say the same thing everybody else does, Steph Curry. So he says the obvious. He's the barbershop guy. That Max, he's not a caricature. He's almost like too honest to be on that show. That's what it is to me with Max Kellerman. I don't think he fit that show, Flea. But
I mean, he always tried to dress it up like Max didn't fit the debate style. He didn't fit what I thought First Take was, the style of what First Take was. And that goes to your point. A little too serious, right? Just a little too, he was slightly entertaining, right? Because he had a lot of background that a lot of people not familiar with. Like, Max was an aspiring rapper, and Max was, tried to be a part of the culture. He was a part of the culture, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's not like, you walked in there and you got the same feel from Skip Bayless that you got from Max Kellerman. When they started having those dudes come in there, whether that's stars or whether that's former players and athletes and all that shit, they was comfortable around Max. They was coming in there for Skip Bayless to chop his head off. So, and I don't know, like you said, OG, Stephen A. might not like that. He just didn't like that. People like this nigga too much. Why do y'all like him?
Because he had to play the bad guy. Stephen A. didn't want to be the bad guy, and Max was being the good guy, and there was nothing he couldn't play that role.
Nah, but obviously. But you know what else I think it was before we, move on? I just think, they had two different goals. Max doesn't do this for entertainment purposes and for money. And Stephen A. Smith has a goal. He wants to be revered and looked at as an athlete. So I think he looked at Max Kellerman and was like, yo, you don't get it. I want to be an entertainer. I want to be a superstar. I want to get the $200-300 million car. Max ain't looking at it like that. So I think it was a lot to that. And sometimes you got to give a person kudos for keeping it real. Stephen A. Smith said, bro, now do I agree with Stephen A. Smith? No. But to me, that's what that was. And that was foul. I think, listen, man, we can have a whole conversation about this. People don't want substance. They want the BS. Stephen A. Smith wants to be a superstar. That's just plain and simple. And him sitting next to Max Kellerman wasn't willing to play that game. He wanted to talk sports how he wanted to talk sports. So, yeah, but to me, it worked. It's just that your man was like, nah, this ain't gonna work for me.
I was over here just giving you a round of applause, OG, just in terms of how you broke down Stephen A. Because I think that's in a nutshell who he is. Like, if we just want to wrap that up in a couple of words, that's in a nutshell who he is. And to be honest with you, I think that's like the elephant in the room, right? That's like something that needs to be said to him so that we could just get it all. We just get that shit off our chest. Because I think a lot of us feel like that. Us three, I'm sure every athlete that he comes into contact with feels like that. His nephew, his daughters, everybody feels the way you just put that. You want to be respected and looked at as one of them. And you fucking not. That bravo, nigga. Bravo. You nailed that. I'm sorry.
I think both of you guys have said it before, but the way he said it now, I think was on point. And Max Kellerman, I think he took away from that. Like him being him, he wasn't part of the show. And it's like, and it was naturally him. So now Stephen A, you could feel that shift in the room. Every guy knows this. Homeboy walks in the room and he's getting the lady looks. It's a different. Listen, the edge is changing here. You got to do something. Start a fight. You got to break the momentum up. And Stephen A. Smith, he pulled his weight and go ahead.
No, but just real quick. Sometimes you got to be careful what you ask for, because now Stephen A. Smith, you got what you asked for, but the show is trash. Like we have to be honest. This show is trash, bro. Listen. ESPN is a shambles. Monica McNutt just confused a Barry Sanders jersey for a Shador Sanders jersey. Like, we can't ignore that. I love her. We can't ignore what's going on over there. They are picking entertainment over substance, bro. A guy like Matt Kellerman, he made that, he made it even. He brought, like you know how sometimes you need the total opposite to kind of even things out? Bro, they need more of Max Kellerman if you want people like us to start tuning back in. Bro, I gave up on ESPN. And you don't be surprised how many people gave up on that. Listen, a lot of us say we want a bad bitch till we get the bad bitch. Then you going, I ain't know this shit was like this.
You're gonna have a real problem getting any type of bitches after they see this tonight. You ain't gonna have you gonna have a serious problem getting any bitches after the way they see you talk about the women tonight.
Tell them,
Dawn Staley, now Monica McNutt. God damn, OG. It's a fact. She did it, but damn.
So hold on. Tory B is family. Tory B can correct us when we're wrong. We can't correct the female if she's wrong.
Yeah,
Monica McNutt, we revere Monica McNutt. What she does with Knicks commentary is legendary. You cannot make a mistake like that on national live TV, bro. And we supposed to be sports historians and no, bro.
I think it was an honest mistake in being on stage. She's going too fast. She has like 20 jobs. Let's not forget that. Watch your mouth, old boy. Monica McNutt been fired for a minute. For a minute, we holding her down.
And she shouldn't even be talking to that goofy. Let's talk about that. You shooting at ESPN? I don't want to talk to you niggas. Drewski, you are part of that. I don't want to talk to you niggas.
Wait, no, hold on.
Find somebody else to talk to this nigga. I don't want to talk to this nigga.
But that's why I disagree with AllBall, because you can't say ESPN is anywhere near flaming or failing. Bro, the NFL just bought 10% of ESPN. Documented. It's signed, sealed, delivered, papa. So they're telling you ESPN is NFL and WWF. That's what they promote. They're not even gonna show UFC no more. They want the loud noises and fake skits. That's what they want, Flea. So Stephen A, who fits that more? Stephen A or Max Kellerman? It's just the guy who wants to be a superstar, man. Speaking of which, great segment, by the way, fellas. I love that, man. Very spirited. They did replace Max Kellerman with this guy, man. Shannon Sharpe. He had on Ty Lue, NBA champion, AllBall. Ty Lue. That's right. He was on there talking about Michael Jordan. What if he played in this era? How would he do?
I've heard a lot of people say, in today's game, in the game, the way it's being played and the way it's being officiated today, Jordan at his apex, how many points would he average?
Today?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Oh man. 45?
You bull jobbing, T. Lou?
What you mean? You can't touch nobody. It's a foul. So, I mean, you got the best player in the world. You know what I'm saying? You got the best player in the world.
45, T. Lou.
What, he averaged 36 1 year?
He averaged 37.
37?
Yeah.
So, yeah, add 8 to that.
Yeah, shout out to season, man.
The zone stuff could be a difference. And,
Right.
you know, like back then with illegal defense. But, yeah, I mean, I don't see like it wouldn't be a year he wouldn't average 45.
Wow.
You couldn't touch nobody. I mean, you can't touch nobody now.
Right,
so, like, the physicality's, you know, pretty much gone.
Yeah.
Anything you go into the free throw line and just how smart he was. And
Right.
you know, especially nowadays, like take advantage of these guys, you know, just far as just IQ alone.
Right.
He said these guys. Oh shit. Yo, these old guys, they be disrespecting these little young whippersnappers. These guys?
These niggas don't know shit.
Hey, old Paul. Come back like Jordan, wearing the 4-5, averaging 45 on these little chumps. What you thinking, old boy? Tyloo lying or flying, man?
I mean, it's tough to disagree with somebody that played. Ron Artest was asked that one time on, I think, Club Shay Shay, and I think he said Micah averaged 50 or 40 or something like that. Allen Iverson said he would average 40 today. 45 is a bit much. You know, as much as, you know, some of us revere Mike is the GOAT. I don't know if that's winning basketball. I don't know if he wins championships averaging 45. How good is Mike going to be from the three-point shot? That's a very huge part of the game today. You telling me Mike is going to average 45 just going to the basket, mid-range, and free throws? So I don't know. I agree with Tyloo from this standpoint, though. Low basketball IQ and the way the game is being played today, it will be possible to do that maybe for a season, but I don't know if you can do that year in and year out. But 45, damn, that's a lot of points. That's damn near averaging 50. What is everybody else on the team going to average? Is anybody else going to touch the ball? So for me, I hate that question. I know it's fun and entertaining, but if anyone can do it, I think Mike can do it. I think Kobe could have done it. God rest his soul. Like I said, Allen Iverson could have done it. Now, once again, is the mindset going to be I want to average 45, or is the mindset going to be I want to win championships? Because I don't think you can win championships averaging 45. I'm sorry. So for me, 45 is a lot even for Mike. But I think, I mean, what James Harden averaged 1 year? 35, 36?
36.
But look how efficient he was from the three, and when he's going to the free throw line 10 plus games. I mean, 10 plus a game.
Yes.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest, Flea. I give Mike and Kobe. You think Kevin Durant can average 45 if he wanted to?
No.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
That's what I'm saying, and it's, you know, I love Mike, but 45. Sometimes we just say shit just to say shit. I think it's possible for a year, but I don't think it's possible to sustain that for no couple years, like how Russell Westbrook averaged a triple-double 3 times, 3 straight years, I think, and then he did it a 4th year. I don't think Mike could be able to do that. But do I think Mike 1 year could average 45? Yes. Yes. The way the game is played today, and Flea, these niggas don't know shit about basketball. They just run up and down the court. So if we talk about Apex Mike in his prime, with the basketball IQ he has and the killer instinct, I think he could do it for a year. I do, yes.
Flea, what you thinking?
I don't know. 45 is a lot. 45 is a lot. When Mike averaged 37, and I was just taking a look at it. When Mike averaged 37, he shot like 12, almost 12 free throws a game. So he got to the line at least 12 times, right? He never was a volume 3-point shooter in his era. But again, we're talking about today. So now if the most he averaged 3-point attempts per game, I think was maybe 4, maybe close to 4. So if we add, let's just double that, right? And add 8. Let's say he gets 8 attempts a night. Let's say he shoots 35 to 40. We talk about Mike. Let's say he shoots 35 to 40% from 3, right? Getting to the line, obviously, because you can't really touch anybody. We're not changing his game, right? We're not like saying, oh, Mike's game is changing. So now let's just say we bringing in 88 Mike to this era. We talking about one of the best athletes in the world at that time, if not the best athlete, right? So again, 45 is a lot, because then the other side of it too for me is the talent is a lot more spread out in the league now. Like, I'm talking about talent, not great players, but teams that are talented. We talking about how deep you have to be a winner in today's NBA. A lot of these teams are going 8, 9 deep. So if you got other guys that could go, Joker is, averages the surplus amount of points, but Jamal Murray is there. He could still average 20 to 25 a night, right? You know what I'm saying? So when Mike was at his apex, his second leading scorer was who? Scotty. And how much did Scotty average per year, right? Was Scotty ever a 20-point scorer a night when Mike retired that time? But when Mike was playing, did Scotty ever average over 20 a night? I'm not saying he didn't, but I'm asking, right? So now you put Mike next to a couple of other guys that could go get it. Does he get enough FGAs to get 45? I don't know. So to average 45, that's a lot. We're talking about a couple 50 balls. We talking about a couple 60 balls. We're talking about every night it's on and rocking. So it's a lot. But if anybody could do it, like you said, OG, Mike could.
Scottie Pippen averaged over 24 times in his career: 91-92 season, 93-94 season, 94-95 season, 96-97 season. In the 80s, it was 8 points a game, 14, 16, 17. Finally, 1991, he averaged 17.8. I think we're forgetting, like, I understand the arguments, and, we tend to do that with LeBron. Like, we'll sound like we're diminishing his stardom on the court. And I get it, because when you're arguing, you're comparing, that happens. And look, I brought up LeBron in the Michael Jordan conversation. But we're forgetting how that's happening with Michael Jordan now. Giannis gets away with so much on that basketball court that it is really insane. He's charging, he's traveling. It's a lot. He's not this. You can say whatever you want. Those aren't real skills. Michael Jordan was starting to get away with that stuff because he was a superstar phenom in the 80s. You heard Isaiah Thomas complaining about it. You heard the Pistons complaining about it. Yo, y'all giving him calls. We're hacking him just like we hack everybody else. Why is he the exception? Because he is the logo. They were thinking about changing the logo to his logo. That alone, they're going to change the rules for you. They changed the rules for Steph Curry and James Harden. They changed the rule. They let him travel. They let James Harden take a 2, 3, 4 steps back just so he can score his 36 points. They're going to let Michael Jordan do that. And on top of that, we're forgetting this guy was just way different than everybody else. Kevin Durant doesn't average that much because, and no shout out to him, because I love the fact, please keep this beat going with Dom Drop with Kevin Durant. You're looking more and more like a fool out here, and I love it, because all you do is you're doing exactly what they told you not to do. They taught you how to be a superstar, create the mystique. You're going against that, and this is what happens. You think you're going to be a superstar amongst us, the lunatics in the crowd, and now you look foolish. But I digress, because that's what the whole thing stemmed from with him and Dom Drop, because Dom, who I disagree with, when they said all he said was, yo, best greatest scorer on my ass, or something like that. And it's like, well, Kevin Durant deserves to be in the greatest scorer conversation, but there's a reason why he's not Mike. Mike is a superior skilled scorer compared to that dude. Let's not get this twisted. Mid-range, he's punishing you at all times. There's no apology. There's none of that. He's not accepting anything from anybody. The way he scored was different. He averaged 37 and 87, 88. Are you kidding me? Now I'm getting a free clear lane to the basket. You can't touch me. Dog, he's going to get 8 3-pointers a game. Everything they told him he couldn't do, he said, you know what? I'm going to go get it. The defensive player of the year shit, I'm going to go get it. Even though I don't agree with it. Akeem Olajuwon should have got it. But the fact that he was even in the running, I can't pass the ball. Okay, no problem. I'm gonna have like average a triple-double for the last 10, 15 games. I'm gonna do it because I could. Will Chamberlain, some of these guys could just do it because they feel like it. That's how good they are out there. And Michael Jordan, if you told him to go average 50, that's Will Chamberlain's record. That's what I think he would do in this era. Fuck 45. The hell are you people talking about? Michael Jordan on them bum-ass Bulls teams? That's when he was averaging 37. Who else is gonna shoot the ball? It was Phil Jackson. Yo, calm your ass down, man. You got a team now. You can pass. You can pass now. We need to take 3 or 4 of them shots, give it to your teammates, get that ball swinging around. But before that, dog, there's nothing about Jordan that looks passive to me. He's gonna go for 50 a game. And I don't see how that's gonna stop when the scoring is increasing. They're letting you score more points. They're not stopping you from scoring nowadays. He was averaging 37 when they didn't even score that much. And in this bum-ass East, I just can't see how a young Michael Jordan wouldn't be able to do that, especially when we just tend to overlook that, when you have a young phenom, everybody's coming to see him. They're not calling fouls on him, and they're going to call every foul on you to make sure that the show is must continue. That's how this thing goes. And it's Michael Jordan. There's no doubt about whether I'm the logo, whether I'm the face of the league. There's no doubt that I'm the best player in the game before I even win a chip. They're giving me the calls, bro. It's happening. And I'm getting my 10 fouls a game and everything. I just can't see how he wouldn't score 50. I'm thinking he's going for Will Chamberlain's record if he played today for the season. He's doing all that shit. Yo, he's the GOAT for a reason, man.
45 is a lot, Fabian. Like I said, you got to have a couple 50 balls in there. And not a couple, like 2 or 3. You might have to have like 10 to 15. We're talking an 82-game season. It's a lot of points to average 45. I don't know. Like I
Michael
said,
Jordan had 31 games of 50 points or more. He's doubling, tripling that, bro.
In one
for
season,
a career, right? You said that's for a career?
Nah, that's for his career. It can't be one season.
Yeah.
But
that's the point. That's the point. It gotta be 25, 50 balls.
He's doing it.
But you gotta account.
But you know what?
I mean, come on, you gotta account for off nights. You gotta account for nights that I'm shooting 20%, where I'm shooting 6 for 20.
You know what, Fleet? What people are afraid to say, because a lot of people are just Michael Jordan fanatics, and I get it. But we have to be realistic. It might not be great to watch some nights. Like I said, I think for a person to average 45, you have to realize you ain't winning no championship like that. And it's going to be pretty to watch, because I think him getting 45 compared to James Harden at that time with the traveling and the nut shit, of course it'll look better, but I'm just saying it's not going to look pretty as far as winning basketball. Yeah, I just don't think that could be sustainable.
But when he averaged 37, they didn't win. Do you understand what I'm saying? We're not talking about whether he can win and score 40. That's a different conversation. No, hell no, you're not winning. Wilt wasn't winning like that. That's not why you won. You won when you started passing the ball. I'm talking about you have a bum-ass team, and I'm going to go score 50 a game. I'm doing it. Russell Westbrook, I'm not winning a championship. Guess what I'm going to do? I'm averaging a triple-double, bro, and there's nothing you could do about it. That's how athletically gifted. And you can't tell me Russell Westbrook could do whatever he wants, and Jordan's not standing there going, oh, yeah, you think that's ill? I'm taking his Wilt shit. That's how I feel about it. And I've never been the one to be glazing him growing up. I fucking hated that dude. But I can't deny.
So Mike could go get a buck right now? In one game, Mike could go get a buck?
A buck?
Present day
60-year-old
Michael
points
Jordan?
right now. Mike could go get a buck right now in a game.
Young Mike?
In a game right now. Yes, we talking about Michael Jordan. We asking if he could average 45. I'm asking, could he go get 100 points in a game right now?
I think he will go for it. I don't think he gets 100 though. 100 is crazy.
Right.
He will. You know what? Fuck yeah, hell yeah. Fuck it. Fuck y'all. I'm tired of this fucking playing by the book shit. We can't say what we want to say. Yo, Mike was that good, man. He was that good, bro. He was shooting over.
He's not going to get 100.
Yo, AllBall. Mike was embarrassing dudes. He lived to embarrass you. Who plays like that today? Nobody.
He's not going to get 100.
I ain't gonna lie.
Bean will.
Kobe could have got that 100.
Bean could.
Yes.
Listen, hold on.
Yes. Like Iverson's another guy. I don't know if he does 45, but he's going for. You talk about an ugly 40, AllBall. Iverson's giving you an ugly 40. Yo, that's the another part I disagree with you all. But Mike's 50 is gonna look pretty, bro.
No. I agree pretty. I was saying just as far as like it'll just probably be just repeatedly losing basketball games. But like I said, it'll look better than when James Harden was getting his 40 and 50. Because like you said, the foul baiting, the 3-4 step backs, foot so but like for I kind of agree with Fleet. Is it possible? Because it's Mike, okay. But 45 a night, like people don't really understand how insane that is.
Oh, Mike was insane. We got
he was insane. That's a lot of points. Bro.
It is, bro. But yo, Iverson used to go to the club and then go to the game, bro. These are nutcases. These are not normal people. This is the part that I be stressing to everybody. Kobe Bryant was not a normal.
I'm not diminishing that. What I'm saying is all of these guys are great and have multiple moments. We're talking about over the span of an 82-game season. Could you average 45 a night?
I'm saying 50.
What that takes to do that, to average 50, what it takes to do that. Everybody's in the chat talking about all these different moments. Yes, I know all the moments you niggas is talking about. I'm talking about averaging that over a span of 6 months, whatever the season is, 9 months. That's a lot, bro.
Let me ask you this. Did you see the way Ty Lue responded to that comment? Who Mike? He said who Mike? He would torture these dudes. Like, and it's there's no second guessing. There's no right, but I'm saying that kind of, bro, that's fear. Them dude, like, we tried to stop him, bro. That dude is Kobe. We tried to stop. You can't do it. You can't. And some guys, you just gotta give them their props, bro. Like Joe, if there's anybody that could do it, that makes you feel better, guys. If there's anyone that could have done it, it would have been Michael Jordan, scored 45 and 50 points. He was just that kind of athlete. And then on top of that, it's the skills, bro. Like, he really was footwork and all that shit. Like, he really was scoring with the left and the right. And you can travel now. I can't overlook that shit. They cheating for you now, Mike. Now he's gonna look. If he would have stepped into a time machine and see this shit, he would laugh. Going to the gambling spot, putting the cash down. I'm making $1 million in the streets tonight. Mike would have been ridiculous in this era.
It's not getting 40. Now I'm on bullshit. He ain't getting 45 a night. Fuck all that. Now y'all got me on bullshit.
I keep going higher.
He ain't fucking 50 a night. Fuck out of here.
Who else would that be disagreeing with me? Such passion.
Big Flea, never the little one.
Everyone give a round of applause to AllBall because he stayed up late tonight, guys.
AllBall suckers.
He better go outside with a bat in his hand tomorrow.
For what? That's what they like.
Hey, Flea, listen.
What's up?
I want the ladies to harass me and jump me. What you talking about?
You shoulder rolling that?
He ain't shoulder rolling that. He love all that.
Tuesday, we're back on our regularly scheduled program. Thank you guys for being in the comments. Love y'all. All of y'all. I don't know how else how you do that, man. Say some fly shit, man. All right. Don't say some fly shit.
We out of here, man. Get us out of here, man.
Tuesday, 8 p.m. 8 p.m. AllBall TV, favorite respective channel, all that, and the Top Shack. Where the paper at? Tory B. Good night. See y'all later, man. AllBall TV. They scared, but I'm not. They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.